Arsenal 5 into Milan 1, official T-shirts.
After scoring at will in one of Europe's great arenas, the homecoming. Highbury was brimming with expectation. If Inter Milan couldn't stop Arsenal's main man, what chance Fulham? Chris Coleman's side had a plan, defend in numbers, and it was one they stuck to doggedly and effectively from first to last. If Arsenal did pick the perfect pass, Edwin van der Sar's still a big man to beat. Freddie Ljungberg was first to find that out. No matter how much the Gunners impressed en route to goal, the Dutchman was always equal to the final effort. That huge right paw keeping Henry and the clock end quiet. Possibly you're spotting a pattern here. It was Dennis Bergkamp next. Frustrating, but at least Arsenal were showing themselves very willing to knuckle down to the task in hand, not to dwell on their midweek glory. Even when he fumbled, Van der Sar got the run of the ball, and he really deserved it. The second half began in the same vein. Red shirts in full flight. Once again, the keeper winning his personal battle with Bergkamp. By now, the man of the match accolade was already in the bag, regardless of the result. Arsenal were enjoying their freedom to play, if not making the most of it. Van der Sar pulled off a double stop just for good measure. Arsene Wenger thought his team's finishing wasn't quite up to the usual standard. Having absorbed wave after wave of attack, Fulham were due one of their own, and Steve Malbranque nearly achieved what would have been the steal of the century. Kanu was on by now, normally a sign that Arsenal were in need of new ideas, fresh impetus. But the Nigerian hit the same impenetrable barrier as all the rest. Arsenal failing to score at home in the league for the first time in 2.5 years.
Van der Sar, you know, it seems like, you know, everything seemed to just go to it. It was like a magnet, you know. He was on the other side of the goal and the ball went on his side. And, so, you know, you have those days.
We get pointed in, we've gone fourth. Now, the way I look at the league is we're top of the league now because Man United, Arsenal and Chelsea, you know, they're on a different level to anybody else, I think. So, in my eyes, we're top of the league, so we got a point and now we're delighted.
All that to come, but first, Arsenal eased into the 5th round of the Carling Cup with a 5-1 win over Wolves. Arsenal went in front through a Wolves mistake. Lee Naylor misplaced his back pass, and young French striker Jeremy Aliadière was quickest to react and made it 1-0. Kanu doubled Arsenal's advantage in the second half with a neat finish. Great first touch. His first goal of the campaign. Aliadière added his second of the evening shortly afterwards. Fantastic goal this. It could be Thierry Henry. Returning skipper Patrick Vieira turned provider for Arsenal's 4th goal. He set up his international colleague Sylvain Wiltord. Alex Ray grabbed a late consolation for Dave Jones's side. And Spanish midfielder Frances Fabregas steals the rout with his first senior goal. The goal made him Arsenal's youngest ever goal scorer.
We had good movement, good dynamic in the team, good technical level, and of course we had a mixture of experienced players and of younger players, and both sides. I must praise both because the experienced players have been amazing, and the younger players have been very good for the first to the last minute. They didn't collapse, and we kept the technical level very high.
You mentioned the youngsters. You're 2 games away potentially from a major final. Would you keep the policy of sticking with these youngsters in this competition?
Well, at the moment, yes. We have a big Champions League game. It depends on our schedule, but at the moment I would feel they deserve the right to be there. And so let's just go from game to game and see what we can do, because it's very difficult to plan 2 or 3 weeks ahead, because you lose players, you get injuries. I would say I like to use that competition with the right mixture of experienced players who need competition and younger players.
It just wasn't good enough at the end of the day. You work hard, you battle, and you give a sloppy goal away, and then the whole attitude and temperament of the side changes. So we came in, only a goal down, and you're trying to go out and have a go. And it's nothing to do with systems or anything else, because we tried every system that was going, and whatever we tried, we were still going to concede. So it's about how you apply yourselves from the initial disappointment of conceding, but you've also got to be able to get hold of the ball and pass it. And our mood change from what we did on Saturday today is like putting two different teams on.
Not a single player who started against Fulham on Sunday was involved, but those who criticise Arsenal's youth policy may have to reconsider. Lee Naylor's sloppy back pass punished by Jeremy Aliadier. Wolves fielded 8 of the players who'd helped hold Newcastle on Saturday, but after the break, the Gunners ran them ragged. Kanu, mesmeric and frustrating in equal measure, scored his first goal for more than a year. And that left the stage clear for Aliadier's quite stunning second. Clearly, the 20-year-old has been watching Thierry Henry closely in training. Only his 4th senior goal. Surely there'll be many more to come. And everywhere Arsene Wenger looked, there were huge pluses. Patrick Vieira completed 90 minutes, and Sylvain Wiltord grabbed his first goal for 3 barren months. Alex Ray did get one back, but fittingly the Gunners had the last and historic word. Francesc Fabregas, the youngest Arsenal scorer ever at 16. If Wenger really doesn't care about the competition, he's a funny way of showing it.
You've got some fantastic youngsters here.
I said that for a while, and always I promised to convince people, but you could see that tonight, yes.
It was fantastic. That is just show how Arsenal work hard through the youngsters, and it was brilliant. And I really enjoyed myself tonight playing with.